will make his first start at center this season for ball. First night of a back-to-back for the Celtics, and you've been following the Celtics as who work through that knee issue. He will not play in the second game of back-to-backs all year. He had a good night on Wednesday. Seventh leading.
And when he's doing that well, the Celtics level is significantly different.
Tatum with a pull-up two, and it's five.
And this is what you see from the Boston Celtics to me, Dave, and I know it's early, but stretches of quality, courage by what he has seen from the Celtics, but it's never been consistent.
I'm reigning MVP. The last player to win 3 in a row is Larry Bird back in the mid-'80s. Only 3 have done.
Pass isn't available. Now his decisions are much more decisive. It's like his progressions won't be. He's getting rid of the ball quicker. They're more diverse offensively, putting the ball in.
Appreciate Giannis missing a shot inside. Celtics in transition and a turnover by Kemba. 2-on-1. Giannis gives it up nicely.
Ball situation, you're fueling their opportunities.
Going back to Lisa's report on City tomorrow.
You got to look at Mo Wagner on the bench. And you could hear in Brad Stevens' voice, I mean, that's a nice cut. Mark, well, he's now gone. And I love, listen, I've been a huge Robert Williams fan. Excellent defense there by the Time Lord. But now his, yeah, I mean, listen, you know, there's been so much discussion about Andre Drummond.
For 3, he only had 13 points in their win Wednesday. That's just the 4th time this year he's been up at all in the buyout market. There's actually been some talk that it.
And then Kemba Walker.
Teague is available, who is just playing against him on. Middleton lets it fly.
So struggling a bit with him, but you've got Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton on the other 2 wings.
Boy, Giannis was blocked
out of the gates for Boston tonight.
Breaking out and just let the ball go and ended up right in the hand. Here's Adetokounmpo. Mike Budenholzer says they like to play him in spurts. Brings a lot of energy when we need it. Holiday. Adetokounmpo.
The idea that there's voter fatigue as it relates to Giannis should not be part of the conversation. His numbers this year compare favorably. There are more candidates this year in the conversation perhaps than in any time in recent memory. We're legit candidates.
Like James Harden's an interesting one because 90 seconds left in the first quarter. Boston leading by 4. Milwaukee shooting just 31%. Tatum.
Be a great teammate, and we need him to be a scorer. We need him to be what he was in that first quarter.
Blocked that shot. You wonder sometimes if he defers too much because he's not playing.
Middleton has talked about, listen, anybody
every game, so he feels like Giannis, who's still looking for his first points, went 0 for 4 in that first quarter and 0 for 2 from the line. He does
get it above him, and the last 2 plays.
4 rebounds and 3 assists. 1 and 23 entering tonight. 8th in the East. Tatum
going to score on the box, and DiVincenzo was having none of it.
Smart with a blow by. Just 30% from the floor.
Drew Holiday has checked him,
but only down 5. Boston, the nickname. Here's Smart, and Merrill got the interception. Loose ball back to Merrill, and he goes in for the Chenzo.
So back-to-back possessions, Dave. Poor pass by Marcus eventually leads to a turnover, then an ill-advised drive.
For the Celtics, if they're able to get Andre Drummond, knowing they already have Evan Fournier and hope to have him play tomorrow night in Oklahoma City. Foul is on Fall, his second. Here's Merrill with the 3. To your point about the offensive rebounds, that was their 11th offensive rebound. And they paid it off with the basket.
But this is the exchange.
First point tonight for Fallers. Get it tonight, and it's an emphatic basket. $3 that time it looked like. DiVincenzo goes right at Kemba Walker. And then a steal by Kemba Walker. And Holiday around the screen, goes at Taco. Is going to avoid the play, and the Suns right now have the second best record in the NBA with Milwaukee. Smart comes up short, but Rob Williams is there. Smart's going to try it again. On the Suns' second best record in the West, third best in the NBA. Does have 5 assists though and 3 blocks. Middleton from the wing, and Kemba Walker with a turnover. Inside 2 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Middleton, who's got a team-high 14 points. Shot clock at 5.
On his drives has not been good.
Smart really struggling. That's 4 blocks for Rob Williams. Tatum in transition. Lob. Stevens did not think, though, that they would likely play in this game. Adetokumbo with the following.
You are doing your job defensively.
Jaylen Brown. Rob Williams, who got the start for Tice.
Great job coming over and help.
So he's got 5 blocks now. Marcus Smart to Tatum in the corner. Celtics have opened up a 9-point lead. Largest lead of the night for Boston.
The 7th best defense in the league. They typically only give up about 109. So Boston points per game, but Boston shooting it.
Tatum returned to the lineup on Wednesday after not playing Monday. Wasn't feeling well. The Bucks game, he's putting up the same numbers.
So Kemba gets to the rise and same numbers. You know, as much as we talk about
questions to Bucks assistant coach Pat St. Andrews, and I asked him if there was any concern with Giannis.
5 at home. The Celtics are just 2-6 since the
They are tough to deal with. They're 13 for 27. What a start here in the second from 3 tomorrow at 1. Watching that game unequivocally.
Meanwhile, Boston with a 18. Considering, you know, in our conversation, very emotional. It had been 6 years since they had done a deal on the deadline as Tatum fires.
Use the word, I wanted to give our players some hope and our coaching staff some hope. I would have loved to have had him not consistently. And so this is exactly what he's talking about. One of the 3 teams in the East that seems to be at a different level than they are.
He also used the word does, trying to get to the conference finals for the 4th time in the last 5 years and maybe beyond. His Middleton. And if Jaylen Brown wasn't playing basketball, he'd be probably running a company. He's incredibly smart. He went to Cal, was an excellent chef. Also being told, by the way, that Jason Tatum has gone back to the Celtics locker room. We'll try to get you an update on that. And Brad Stevens told us he's not sure, to your point, Doris, exactly when everybody's healthy.
Well, that time, that last possession, Giannis saw the rookie Neesmith on him and went right to work.
Smart. And we'll see if Draymond is available tonight. 96-79, Boston leading. Adetokumbo, 11 points. Gets in. Giannis with 9 points here in the third. Good news with Tatum back on the floor for the
handle. Has to regather.
Celtics 26 points, 10 of 14.
Class, right? Milwaukee dominated that aspect in the first half.
Only 1 offensive rebound here in the third by Milwaukee. Tough pass to handle there for Tatum. The shot clock at 2. Smart has to hold. Smart has 6 of them on 75% shooting from behind the arc. Inside a minute to go. Giannis looking, unless they want to challenge, but they're not going to. 30 seconds to go. About a 16. 24 years old, 3rd year out of Villanova. 3 to shoot on the game clock. 4 seconds to go.
Yeah, just a little bit more aggressive. He got the first one to go in to start the 3rd quarter, so I think that always helps. And you know, we had him a little bit in transition, just a couple different.
Another bucket on their last possession. He's in such a good groove. He's gonna look like he wanted to attack Pat Connaughton there.
Tatum with 32 points on 8 blocks. Just the 4th player this year to have 5. James Harden, Robert Covington, the others.
Those are the kinds of games Mike Green loves.
Connaughton.
On the last possession, now he gets downhill.
Nice pass. An assist. He's 4 for 4 tonight. Here is 4. 26th overall pick in the draft. 23-year-old rookie out of Oregon, won 4 state championships in high school. Here's Mo Wagner.
I'll tell you this, Norman Powell over the last 2 years, whether he was in a significant starting role because of injuries to which he can provide is significant.
Diakite getting some nice save by Merrill. Adetokunbo backing down Kemba Walker, gets it to go off the glass. Did get a good look, couldn't knock it down. It was but if the Celtics had Nassus on the drive, couldn't get the bucket. Wagner ahead of the pack to Kemba Walker. Grant Williams.
They're gone now, Javonte Green as well, Teague. But if you look at what they did.
Our NBA Friday doubleheader. So we talked about the Rondo trade going to the Clippers.
You get some punches. Oh, Wagner took a pretty good shot. Retirement crossed his mind when the trade was executed, but then he thought, no, I still got plenty left.
They're at the Warriors coming up next. Right here on ESPN is Houston in the late game. And his son, Buddy Boeheim, have done together.
I probably want to be sick at half. No way. Second half of Wednesday night's game and the consistent performance across the board. Your big four were tremendous, no doubt.
Yet